Rwanda has become one of the most visited countries in Africa, welcoming millions of tourists and immigrants yearly. Here are activities you must indulge in, as well as things that must be avoided by all means. Some mistakes in this country can lead to immediate deportation, fines, or jail time. You are finally ready to visit Rwanda for the first time. I can't blame you. It is an excellent country, and lots of effort has been put in the last few years to make Rwanda a competitive destination in Africa. So here are the things you need to know to ensure that you get the most out of your experience and you don't get into trouble. Rwanda Air is the flag carrier and the national airline of Rwanda, and this airline has been a key factor in bringing travelers from across the continent and across the world to the country. But in my opinion, if you are in Africa to do stereotypical stuff like safaris and gorilla trekking, Rwanda is a pricier option than neighboring countries. But if you don't mind paying the price, Rwanda is an excellent country. I'm sure you don't mind paying the price. I'm sure you already expected this coming, but when you go into Rwanda, there is a massive country-sized elephant in the room, and you know what I'm talking about. It would be in everybody's best interest if you avoided conversations on the genocide as much as possible. This is not saying you should not speak about it, but don't just go asking random questions. You need to ensure that the questions you ask have an element of empathy and common sense. Do not ask about tribes. Tribes have been outlawed in Rwanda, and such things do not exist anymore. If you ask someone about their tribe, they'll probably look at you like you're crazy. And for young people born in the 2000s, I met some of them, they do not even know what a tribe is. It's an uncomfortable situation, and when you ask questions about this topic, try to be as empathetic and respectful as possible. There is a right way, a right time, and a right means to ask such questions. I know you want your questions answered, but right place, right time, to the right people. Rwanda is a country that's very big on rules. Looking at their history, it kind of makes sense why rules and regulations are strictly enforced. Some of the rules I feel like you should follow when you come across it is, at the genocide memorial, you are not necessarily allowed to take pictures or videos inside the memorial itself. But while I was there, nobody was actually policing you. It was a case of honor system, and I strongly believe that when you go there, respect, don't take pictures, don't take videos, but you can outside. Nobody stopped me, but you were asked not to. Do not video officials or government installations, please. This is a big thing across Africa, but it's not like the US where you can go to the White House and take a picture from across the streets. You do not want to take pictures of anything that might be potentially sensitive for your sake. And Rwanda has a long-serving president. Depending on your political point of view, you might see that as problematic. Do not ask any Rwandese about their thoughts on the president or the 2024 elections. Don't get anybody in trouble. Have fun, go home. If you're enjoying this video, then you should 100% subscribe and like. Thank you very much as you do so. Click the button. Still on Rwanda, Kigali is well known for being one of, if not Africa's cleanest city. But the first time I heard about this title, I was like, it's Africa. Being the cleanest might not really be saying much. But when I went to the country, I knew that they talked the talk and they also walked the walk. You do not need to spend the most money on infrastructure or have the largest economy to get environmental health and cleanliness right. And Rwanda has really gotten it right. There has been a ban on single-use plastics for close to a decade. So try not to pack any single-use plastics, and when you land at the airport or get to the border, you are going to be searched and all single-use plastic will be confiscated. I strongly believe that all African countries should look into plastic bans. I look at trash around me and 90% of it is single-use plastic. For many people globally, when they visit Rwanda, you can get a car, like rent a car at the airport or from a service, and drive with your home country's driver's license during your visits to Rwanda. Unfortunately, Nigeria's driver's license isn't one of those, but when you go to Rwanda, try to keep to the traffic rules if you are renting a car. Rwanda does not joke with traffic infractions. If you don't follow the rules, you can expect hefty fines. And the way it works is when you register, you get your fines via text. So if you run a red light or you park in the wrong spot, you just get a text like, oh, you are owing X amount of money, you need to pay it. It is for a fine committed on XYZ day. So keep that in mind. You do not want to compound your fees by attracting unnecessary rules. And I heard of a story of someone that left the country, and a couple weeks later he got a text in the mail that he ran a red light while in Rwanda, and he needs to pay a certain amount of money. As long as you drive responsibly and follow all the traffic rules, driving in Rwanda should be a breeze because the roads in the capital are great. Next up, we have a topic that's very close to my heart, and I'm sure very close to the hearts of many Nigerians: food. To put it lightly and as respectfully as possible, Rwandan cuisine leaves much to be desired. Oh my god. Throughout my time there, I felt like my taste buds went on a long vacation. No offense to the Rwandans, but the local meals were something else. Most hotels serve continental options like foreign meals, so if that works for you. But if you want to live a local life, then I don't know, if you are from a country that doesn't take a lot of spices, then you fit just right. You fit in perfectly. But for myself and other Nigerians, it was a bit of a struggle. I tried local food a few times and I ate out of respect. It's not something I will go out of my way to eat. So if you're coming for a while and you want to keep the Nigerian taste in your mouth, bring your spices. There's a liquid pepper they use. It's called akabanga. Apparently it's the hottest thing in the country. When you put it in your mouth, it's hot for like 3 seconds and then it's oily. At the end of the day, it's better than nothing. Next up, there are lots of things that you can get away with in many other African countries that you will not be able to get away with. I read a story, or was it a podcast, of a French guy that lived in Africa for over 30 years. He was used to the irregularities and border, fracas across many countries, and bro almost got into serious trouble in Rwanda because he tried to bribe public officials, and that's a big no-no. Officials taking bribes, even something as simple as the police trying to extort you, is a very serious issue, and for that reason they don't even try or entertain the idea. Many Africans too need to understand that once they arrive in Rwanda, once you land or once you come into the border, you've left Africa, you are now in Rwanda. Rwanda is low-key a police state. Feels very dystopian. Like, I felt like somebody was always watching me. If you're still here, then you know and I know that you are enjoying this video. So why haven't you subscribed and liked the video yet? Click the buttons, please. As you plan to head on to Rwanda in 2025, one thing you should learn to do is ask questions and double check before you do anything. Many countries in Africa have stringent rules on what you can bring in, like drones and cameras. So before you try to fly your drone, even fly to the country with it, ask questions, know what you need to do before taking pictures or videos outside or in potentially sensitive areas. Ask questions because certain countries are more interested in stuff like that. I remember one night passing through an area that was a bit guarded, and then I realized it was the presidential villa. It was by the road like any other house. Imagine I was taking a vlog or something, and then the presidential guard thought I was trying to do reconnaissance on the house. It could have ended in a very uncomfortable way. When in doubt about mission, you leave it out that picture, you leave it out that video. Next up, I feel the biggest mistake you can make on your visit to Rwanda is staying in Kigali throughout. Rwanda is a very small country. If you're really up for it, you can walk across the country. So why are you staying in Kigali only? There's a lot to see outside the capital. I would always regret not visiting Lake Kivu. I spoke to a couple of my friends, Rwandan friends, and then they advised me against visiting Lake Kivu at the time because of tensions with the DRC. But if things are better and you get the green light, you should definitely visit Lake Kivu. Gisenyi is the largest city outside Kigali. Gashora is a city I visited for a wedding, and the roads to and from there were amazing. Uye is another city that was visiting. Obviously, you might want to go to the national park and go gorilla trekking, but try to see other parts of the country that do not really have to do with tourism. I don't know if that makes sense. See the real Rwanda. It's a very small country. Everything I said can be a day trip for you. Hey there, if you can, you should definitely consider joining our channel as a supporter or gifting super thanks. It means a lot to the work I'm doing here, and it costs less than $1. Thank you very much as you do so. Rwanda is a country that more and more people are open to visiting, and it's rare to see people go to Rwanda and speak badly about it. At best, people say it was a boring experience, and yes, Rwanda can be boring for many people, but for me it was the perfect lifestyle because I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, and if you know what it feels like to live in the same city has 20 plus million people, you would appreciate what Kigali brings to the table. So it works for me perfectly. As always, when you go to somewhere new, respect your hosts and respect their land. It might not make sense to you why they don't allow certain things. It's their rules, it's the land. You decided to come, deal with it. As always, go to Rwanda, live your best life, and come back here and tell us the stories, because I am confident that you are going to enjoy your trip. With that being said, click the video on screen right now. I created it specially for you. Until the next video, your friend from the Ukodo YouTube channel wishes you love, peace, and prosperity.